The Science of Getting Rich, which is based off Wallace D. Wattles' book, The Science of Getting Rich. Right now, at this time, you have unlimited power to become rich, unlimited power to manifest anything you want. And a lot of us have been told that money's hard to come by, only the privileged are able to get rich, and that's not true. Wealth is not privilege, it's a science. The Science of Getting Rich is not just another book. It teaches about wealth, not about luck, not about privilege. It teaches about how to scientifically build riches. It's understanding and applying the laws of abundance. And riches begin in your mind first before they become in reality. Because everything first is mind. Everything first is thought. This 3D reality, this physical world that we live in is a mental world. It's a mental space. Everything that was once thought and created and made into a material thing was once thought in your mind and then created in your imagination and then came into this 3D physical reality, and then we created it. And your thoughts are really directly creating your reality. If you're thinking about lack, struggle, being in a bad position all the time, then that's what you're going to attract. You're a magnet, guys. We are a magnet. We're very powerful magnets. And when you think about these things, that is what you attract to yourself. That's why it's called the law of attraction. But if you think of wealth, opportunity, success, inspiration, and you start surrounding yourself with that, and instead of watching negative things on wealthy people or current news cycles, and you start watching inspirational stories, like the other day I did an inspirational story on the first Black African-American millionaire and how she made $30 million. Most people believe that working harder is going to guarantee you more success, but that's not true, because if you're working harder, but you're hitting a wall and you're in a negative state of mind and you're just working because you really hard because you feel that's what you need to do, but you're not in the right state and you're in a negative vibration, that's not going to matter anything. It's not going to do anything for you. You're just going to put yourself in a worse position, because it all starts in the mind before it starts with action. You have to use action, but you have to use inspired action, not just beat the pavement and not believing in competition, that you have to wipe out your competition to make $1, because you shouldn't be in a competition mode. Because if you're in a competition mode, it stagnates your creativity. You want to be in creativity mode versus competition mode. There's a difference between struggled action and inspired action. And with inspired action, you have to act in a certain way. You have to show up. You have to believe and act with confidence as if what you want is already on its way. And you have to act like that every day. Whatever you want to accomplish, you have to do that action every day. Inspired action, what you're going to do, what someone in your position would do. How are you going to get from point A to point B? And how are you going to do that confidently and inspirationally without the competition mindset? When you think in a certain way and you're in a positive mindset, more opportunities will show up. And you'll be able to identify those opportunities that are showing up in your life. They'll be like, you know what, I could take inspired action on this. This is a great idea. And more things will show up in your life. More people, places, and events will show up in your life when you're in that right mindset and you're taking the correct inspired action. You can identify those, and then that'll catapult you into a way better position than you are right now. But again, you have to believe that. You have to wake up every day and be like, what can I do today? What's one thing I can do today that can put me in a better position? And believe in it. Don't be like, well, I want to do this, but I don't have confidence in myself. Do it. Do it anyways. And there's no such thing as failing. There's only such thing as learning. So if something didn't happen the correct way that you want it to happen, be like, okay, well, how can I learn from this? So always be in that positive state. Always keep your mind in that positive state. Always listen to inspirational stories. Always listen to the underdog winning, the underdog getting rich, the underdog killing it and doing unbelievably amazing, better than even his competitors. And I say, again, don't be in a competitive mindset. Be in a creative mindset. Don't focus on what everybody else is doing. Focus on what you are doing. Don't become everybody else. You want to become the only true you, and you want to be confident in that, And when you're in that mindset, that very confident, I can win, I can do anything mindset, anything will be possible for you, because that's what you're going to attract, because you are a magnet and you are attracting that with your thoughts, your emotions, and your mind. Everything first is created in the mind, then it reflects in the 3D reality that we create for ourselves. Everything that you're seeing right now, 3D, is at some point some belief system you had about the world. And you can change that. And the second you start changing that and you believe in yourself and you believe that positive things come to those who are in a positive mindset, who believe in themselves, who show love to others, that is when you can start truly manifesting true riches and not just poverty riches, where you have to have heavy competition to make $1, or you have to beat someone down to get $1. That is not real riches. Sometimes you see people that are the richest people that you've seen and they're miserable. That's not real wealth. We're talking about real wealth here. We're talking about creativity, creating your own wealth, not creating a scarcity mindset that creates wealth. Part of that is gratitude. Gratitude is probably one of the highest states of mind you can be in, because when you're grateful for what you have, more things have no choice but to come to you, because the universe only gives to those who are grateful for the things they have. Because a lot of people, if you haven't noticed, especially in Wall Street, a lot of those guys, they get greedy, they get competitive. And you know what happens? They're not grateful for what they have. They want the bigger and bigger penthouse. And I'm not against having a nice penthouse. If you have that kind of money, that's great. But a lot of people aren't grateful for those penthouses. They want more and more and more. They get greedy. Then sometimes they end up committing fraud, or the market ends up crashing. And a lot of those guys were borrowing a lot of money. And guess what? Those guys, because they're not grateful for what they had and they were being greedy and they were only giving a shit about themselves and they were in a competition mindset, lost everything. Never be in competition mindset. You'll lose everything. You'll feel like everybody's out there to get you, and you can't be a true creative person for yourself. That's why gratitude, you have to be grateful for everything you have. Because if you're grateful, things will be given to you all the time. Albert Einstein said that he said, thank you every single day. Thank you, God. Thank you that I'm here. Thank you that I exist. Thank you. Over 100 times a day, he said thank you. And what happened? The universe had no choice but to give him all these ideas that he thought up. And all the ideas that Albert Einstein thought up, he did it inside his head. He did it in his imagination. He literally created entire philosophies inside his head, in his mind, using his thought process. That is how he created that. That's how most of our people that are the smartest people in the world, they create a lot of their stuff inside their mind before they create it on paper. Focus on what you want, more of it comes to you, because that's the law of attraction. What you focus on is what you create. It's called the reticular activating system in your brain. When you focus on one thing, you see more of it. Like right now, I want you to think about every red color around your house. Right now, just check it out. Look at all the red colors. Look at all the red colors. Now look at the blue colors. Did you see any blue colors? No, because I told you look at the red. And with the reticular activating system in your brain was only focused on the red, because our brain has billions of bits of data going through our minds every single second, but we're only aware of a couple thousand bits of it, because our brain would be overpowered and we would freak out and we'd have anxiety all day long, which some of us do. But that's what you have to do, is you have to hyper focus like a laser beam on what you want, but be grateful for already having it. Don't focus on not having it. Be grateful as if it's already here. And when you're focusing on that, your brain and the universe has no choice but to give you more things that are just like that. Just like when I told you to look at everything that's red and you saw everything that's red. That's how it works. It's crazy. And most people unknowingly, subconsciously go against money. They have all these negative belief systems about money. Ask yourself right now, what negative belief systems do I have about money? Ask yourself. We all have negative belief systems about money. I have negative belief systems about money, but I'm teaching this stuff so it'll help me take out all those negative belief systems and replace them with positive belief systems. Because money is just money. At the end of the day, everything is just a thing. It's your belief system that you have against it or for it, which makes it your reality. So money is just a tool. That's it, right? You can make it positive or you can make it negative. It's whatever you choose for it to be in your mind. And when you see money as a tool and you see it as a positive thing and you see it as The richer I am, the more people I can help out. The richer I am, that means that I am giving enough value to other people that they buy the thing I like, and it is giving some sort of happiness to them. And that is why I'm making wealth. You don't make wealth by not creating something or doing something positive for others. You have to provide some sort of value to other people enough to the point that they will be like, I want that, I want to spend my money on that, and then that's going to help you out. And a lot of us think, well, whatever I want to create, or the money I want to invest, or the money I want to have, it takes years. It's going to take a long time. Well, that's a belief system too. And a lot of people will be like, well, I want to create this, and it's going to take X amount of time. Well, the second you put a time on it, then that's how long it's going to take. So you got to be careful with that, and you got to truly, if you're truly inspired in creating something that you want to create, you have to be detached from it. You can't be too hyper-focused on it because you'll get in your own way. So you want to be like, this is what I want. I know it'll happen. I know it. Like, you have to know, and you have to be grateful for it already being here. And then every single day, you have to take one action per day. It's all about habit. One action per day that will get you closer to that thing. And that thing will manifest a lot faster than you could ever imagine it, as long as you get outside your own way and you be grateful for what you have and you feel it as if it's already here. There is no secret society that is preventing you from getting your riches. Science of Getting Rich is available to everybody, including you. There are things out there, including the Science of Getting Rich, plenty of other books like The Secret, plenty of books out there, and plenty of things that will teach you how to become abundant, how to become wealthy. We're in the digital age right now. Anything can happen. You can learn all these billionaires, how they made their money. You can literally listen to their autobiography and listen step by step, all the things they went through, all the failings they had, and how they overcame that. And you can listen to that today, right now. You can listen to the past thousands of years of history of how people have accumulated their wealth and how they used this stuff like the law of attraction, like The Secret, how they manifested, how they focused on what they did want, and all the stuff, trials and tribulations they went through to get what they want. You can listen to this stuff. There is no gatekeeping anymore, guys. You can understand this stuff. And the second, though, that you believe in gatekeeping, the second that you believe that the banks are keeping money away from you, and you have any belief system against money, that is what's keeping you in the spot you're in. Trust me, I know this. I've been in the same position. Sometimes I still have the same belief systems, and I'm trying to get myself out of this. That is why I teach this stuff. And I'm in a way better position now because I take personal accountability right now for everything I do. I'm like, if I'm not in the good position I'm in right now, I'm like, okay, what am I doing? What's my belief system? What mentally am I in my state-wise, which is why I'm not attracting what I should be attracting right now. And then I change it and I start listening to stuff like this. I listen to inspirational stories. I listen to the underdogs, how people came from dirt, came from nothing, and then overcame adversity and became a multi-millionaire, and all the people they helped out in the process of doing that. Like the first black millionaire, she was an abolitionist. She was worth over $30 million. $30 million. Her name was Mary Ellen Pleasant. She was born in 1814, died in 1904. And she was an abolitionist. She came from nothing. She ended up using white men to help her in business and learned everything they did. And they were forefront people running her business, so they didn't know that a black woman was secretly behind running businesses. And she saw that the wealthy needed certain things, so she provided high-end real estate for them. She was in real estate and banking. And during the gold rush, she made a lot of money during that too. And she provided a lot of that money she made to be an abolitionist. She financed the Underground Railroad. So this is the stuff we need to listen to when we're thinking about wealth. These are the people we need to be paying attention to. Imagine if she can do that, what can you do for your community? What can you do for yourself? What can you do for the people around you if you had that kind of money? Look at the stuff she did. Focus on the positive. There's always going to be bad people in the world. There's always going to be bad people who've got money. So why are we focusing on them? Why don't we focus on people like her who did something for society, who helped us all out, who now, 100 years later, I'm telling you this, what she did and how she overcame, and now how she's inspiring other people 100 years from now. That would have never happened a couple hundred years ago, and look where she's at now and how she can inspire all of us. thank you guys for watching this video. I want you guys to comment below, I am rich. Comment below, I am rich. And I also want you to comment below if there's any other stories you want me to talk about, or anything in the metaphysical space or manifestation, whatever you want me to talk about, just comment below and I'll make a video on it. I appreciate you guys, and have a nice one.